Hi guys, so this morning I released a video on a haul that I got in from Tonic, some things that I had picked up, and if I do have any links to any of these items, they will be affiliate links, meaning I will make a small commission if you use the links in the description box to make any purchases, so I would appreciate that. I really appreciate the support and things. So I really wanted to get into using them, but, you know, I made the haul and then I was like, oh, they have sales on the weekend. So today, you know, starting today, they have a 4th of July sale. They have a Christmas in July sale. They have their weekend bundles. They have their warehouse clearance. So always click on the sales tab at the very top and then it'll drop down like the different sale categories. And then, you know, go from there because that's pretty much what I do. And then if they have any dies on sale or bundles, like right now they have these little basket dies that are really cute. So I had to sit down and look at them because they have a bunch of different bundles about them. And they're comparable to like the pricing that maybe Crafters Companion would have like on their basket or, you know, 3D dies. So anyway, so there's lots of different things to check out there. So if you would click on the links in the description box, I would appreciate that to get there and check them out. But so when I got the order and I showed you guys how nicely everything was packaged and I love the packaging, but I really wanted to get into the glimmer paste because I have not tried this, where I've tried the drops before. I've had them in the past. You know, I know they're great and they're really fun, and the drops, maybe I'll bring some out for this video, but basically they're just like these little kind of things, right? And they feel really nice, and I did not, you know, like I said, flick it or do anything for these to do their roundedness, and they just became round on their own because, you know, gravity kind of helps out and stuff. But this is, I forgot what color this was, but it's really pretty and it matches really well with this page, so I really like it. So again, their drops, they're famous for them, and they have lots of fun things. Their glitter is in really pretty packaging. The larger glitter bottles are kind of like a disc, and then they have a lid on the top. I don't know, they're really cool. But I would definitely want to try out their Nuvo Glimmer paste. I know right now for their weekend specials, they have some bundles with their glitter markers and then bundles of glitter, or glitter drops, should I say. So like the same drops I just showed, that was like pearlescent. They have glow-in-the-dark ones, they have metallic, they have glitter ones. So those things are on sale right now. And then I also have some of their other glitters, so we'll see how we can incorporate these things. I think I want to play with these a little bit and see if we can make our own kind of paste with that. And I need a glass work surface for part of this. So I don't know how this is going to work out. We will see, because I was thinking about using my Jane Davenport like mermaid stuff. And I'm going to put some tape on this. But the stencil I have is from this Dilutions one, this dialogue stencil. And the stencil's kind of weird because it's a little bit small. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to... We will see. I'm going to try to layer it because I need that to be layered because of the length. So this is just... Actually, this piece of paper... I'm trying to think what I want to do with this. You know what? I'll leave it the way it is. Okay. It's 5.5 by 4 because I knew it was going to be 4 wide. I was thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll use a little of the paste and then cut the paper so that when I go to put in my mermaid things, I can maybe manipulate this paper a little bit. If that makes sense, like make a pocket, like lift this piece up kind of so that I can continue this. But at the same time, I think what I can do is just cut it like at the top or somewhere if I needed to do that. Yeah, so we'll just leave it alone. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So this is definitely the stencil I'll be using because I only have the smaller one. Stencil it too with this area. See what I'm saying? Like it has to cut off somewhere, but maybe I'll just start from the bottom and go up, and then I'll just leave that top like a horizon, I guess, maybe. Or we can pick it up very carefully and keep going, but I don't think it's going to work. All right, so I'm going to put that to the side for now. I do want to try and make our own glimmer paste. Now, I looked at all the stuff I have because, you know, I've shown you guys in the past how to like color gesso and do other kind of fun things like that. I'm sure if you have some Vicky Button or any other texture paste, you can do the same thing. I have this Mod Podge that I don't even know if I've ever used it. It's the Hard Coat Mod Podge, and in my opinion, all Mod Podge is the same. Anything they put in the package is the same thing, other than the one that dries matte, because supposedly it dries matte and I still feel like it dries shiny. But I'm going to use this to try to incorporate some glitter into and see if it works. So again, I mean, this looks kind of beat up. I don't know that I've ever even used it. Very weird that it's caving in. Let me take this off. Oh, it made its own coat there already. Yeah, I guess I've used... I don't know what's going on. There's like paper inside of here that fell off. I'm going to take that out. Let's get rid of that chunk. Okay. And I'm going to use quite a bit of this because I don't really know how much I need to use. And I did want to make like 2 different colors, so I'm just going to put this down. And this is super messy and maybe a waste. I don't know how much of it I need. But since I've bought this probably 10 years ago and never used it, I think it's okay. We'll go a little overboard. Okay, maybe I didn't need to stick my paper down yet. And then I'm going to get some of the glitters from this Peacock Feathers set because it's so pretty. And I think I'm going to use like this deeper blue and then the lighter one maybe. We have the purple. Unfortunately, I didn't buy a blue paste, so I need to go back and do that maybe today. Let me see here. Or at least over this weekend. Okay, that one's so pretty. I mean, they're all so pretty, but I would like that one, and I guess... Oh, no, you know what? Let's do green, because... is it too green? We'll go with green. Why not? Okay, so here... Ooh, is it already... Ooh, look at that. Oh, they're glass jars, so they're reusable and really nice. I don't know that I need this much paste. So I'm going to put that on there. And then this green one... Well, let's mix this blue one first and see kind of what that ends up looking like. I may not use all of the glue. I want to make sure that I have enough to spread out, right, when we use it. Yeah, I probably put too much glue. I just won't mix into that one. And what I'm going to do is, actually, what I'll do is I'll use this, and then when I'm done using it, I'll add green to it. Haha, let's do that. So I'm not even going to use this other pile. Let me go grab some napkins so I can kind of clean this up a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to do is clean this off. Actually, I have another. This thing, I'm going to pick this up and put this away because that way I don't have to waste this other clump of this stuff. But if they weren't colors that would coordinate, I would do 2 different piles, you know what I'm saying? But I know these are going to go together really nicely, so I will definitely just do the one. Did I even mention this is Freeform Friday? So this is what I'm going to do for Freeform Friday. Alright, okay, so we have this kind of ready to go, I think. And then I have this, and I'm just going to use the other spatula for it. So pretty, the packaging is gorgeous. Really fun. I hate to even open this up. I don't know. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Okay. There we go. It has like a little styrofoam kind of cap, and I will push that back into, oopsie, the lid. And some people tell me they don't like messy crafts. This is getting messy already. It's just because I'm making my own. Otherwise, this would be easy to just get out of here. Look how pretty. Oh, I love this. This is some good thickness right here. That's so nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let me put this over here and this over here. And I'm going to start this down here. Because I figured if I need to go up, or if I can, like I said, make like a horizon or something, I'll just do that. And you definitely, if you want to stick this down, especially because you're working with paste, you know, go ahead. I'm going to really make sure it's bent the way I want it. I'm going to bend it back on itself to flatten it out. Not too much. It looks like it'll break if I go too hard on this. So just a little, just trying to flatten it out better. All right, that worked. This is exactly 4 inches wide, this stencil. It's just about less than 4 inches tall, I think. So I'm going to start with the purple at the very top. And again, oh, this paste is so good. When I used it, it just like flattened out the stencil. You know what I'm saying? It like helps stick the stencil down. I'm going to really get in here because I do want this to be everywhere. I don't want it to be like missing sections. Okay. So I'm really using pretty much all the paste. So nice. Okay, and then I'm going to go into, well, let me wipe the back of this off, because just that little amount that was left over, I just wiped it off. Not too much left on the stencil either, so it works really nice and cleanly. Let me clean off my finger. So now I'm going to take some of this and start from where we left off and just kind of mix it in, because obviously it's going to get mixed anyway. Now this is obviously a different texture. And with this one, I'm not really scraping it too hard because I really want it to get in there, and I want it to fill in with the glitter. If I scrape it, you're going to scrape glitter away, and I don't want to do that. And so now while I'm holding this, because I'm a crazy person, I'm going to put some of this green down. So that's as free form as it gets right there. We're just going along. I'm going to grab this green. Oh, that's pretty. Again, I'm leaving it kind of thick. Okay, I'm just going to wipe a little bit of the excess off. Not that that really matters, but... Okay. Alright, my hand is completely covered in goop and stuff, and what I'm going to do now, very carefully, and hopefully this isn't the biggest mess in the world, is lift this off. Ooh, you guys, that came out better than I even imagined. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this down, wash it off, get rid of all this. You know, maybe I'll bring another piece of paper and use this up, because I don't want to just waste this, because I mean, there's some good glitter and things. So I will be right back. Actually, I was gonna go clean this up, and you know what I'll do? I'll just use it as the sky here. So let me see if I can add maybe a little more of this light blue. Not more, but some, because I haven't used it at all. And more of this teal color. And there's nothing more freeform than this. Just doing whatever. And what I'm going to do, and I want to show you the paste. It's already kind of drying, obviously, getting on my finger, but the this stuff is going to take a little while to dry because it's just glue, you know. Oh, there goes that. What I'm going to do is try to mix this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and lift this off here. And I'm just going to take this and just mess with it. You know? It may not be the best idea, but I think it's cute. And if you have like a cloud thing, that would be cute too. I'm just going to put this on here and see what happens. I think it'll be okay. By the time we use our dyes and all that kind of stuff that I want to use, I think it's going to be okay. Let me just kind of get into the water area, supposedly. Okay. Alright, so I am going to let this dry. If I hit this with a heat gun, I just have a feeling this stuff might bubble because it's like glue based. If I do hit it with a heat gun, it's going to be from way high up and I'm going to be very patient with it, but I will be back after I clean up this whole mess. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this to dry a little more, obviously. I did hit it with a heat tool, and it was kind of cool because as I'm watching it dry, it just starts popping. Look at the glitter. Oh, it's hard to tell in here, because especially with that background that's flashing off my lights here. But the purple is really nice and flat. Look at how gorgeous that is. And this one has a lot more texture to it, which is really fun for something like this. But I just wanted to notice that glimmer paste because that's kind of what I was checking out myself. And look how bright. And it's just going to be holding on there because of the glue, that Mod Podge base. I love it. Oh my goodness. I did have a little extra here. It kind of got under the stencil, and you can kind of see that it's still kind of messed up. And all I did was come in with like my bone folder and kind of pick that away. But now it's already hardening, so it's too late for that. I'm going to put this to the side to dry. And my goal was to cut out one of these guys and put it on there. And it's really big. So now that I look at it, I thought, oh, okay, and then I'll use these We Were Mermaid for Each Other sentiment. But this is like, I don't know that it's going to work on a card that small. I'll try cutting both things out. I kind of want to cut out this out with black lettering just so it looks kind of crazy, but maybe it might work. It just seems like that card base is going to be too small for this. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and just cut out these letters in black and maybe this in like a silver. Maybe I have some silver paper. Just run it through my, machines, and I will be back to hopefully put it all together. Okay, I'm just cutting out the tail. See how this goes, because that is very, very detailed, and I'll show you what I used. It looks like it's pretty well cut out. Let me make sure. Let me see if I can pop out some of these things. Not that. Let's give it one more time. And I'm going to include another piece of paper. Actually, no. I'll say maybe this piece of foam, but let me find another piece of foam I might be able to use. This one. Just for a little more pressure and see how that works. I was using this Crafter's Companion Ivory glitter cardstock, so it's nice and thick. But it also has that coating, because to make it so it doesn't shed, it kind of has like a plastic coating. I don't know if that's any better. Let's see. Ooh. This is going to be fun to pop out. I'm going to have to go through and probably pick every single little piece out. It'd probably be easier if it was still in. Yeah, it's going to poke out. I just have to actually do it. So I will be right back after, you know, tediously poking out every single one of these little things. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been spending minutes already on this and I'm still not done. My goodness, I just wanted to check in and let you guys know. Because once you pop it from the, you have to still pick it off the back. And it literally is, like I said, it's kind of coated in a plastic. So like that little plastic coating wants to stay up on the top side. The paper falls away, but that little bit of plastic that's holding that glitter on is really what's keeping it stuck down. So I'll keep working. Okay, that was a huge pain. Oh my gosh. Every single little tiny piece, plus the glittery plastic that was like stuck to the front. But anyway, I'll just use an 8.5 by 5.5 card base. And if you guys remember, I told you guys I cut that other piece of paper at 4 by 5.5. So I think I'm just going to leave it because, first of all, it's too wet for me to mess with. So I don't want to mess with that right now. Also, I figure, well, we can leave it that way because it's just kind of like matted up. The sides and the top and the bottom are just as long, you know, as the card. And that doesn't bother me. I think that's kind of something different. So again, if you want to start off obviously with a smaller piece of paper, that's what I would have done. I am going to use this wet glue. Bring it to the edges as much as I can. I'm putting it on here so I don't have to mess with the card base too much because like I said, I'm pretty sure it's still wet here and there. Even though it took me forever to pick out the pieces, but who knows. Okay. And yeah, the purple, actually, the paste is pretty dry. But I have a feeling the... almost all of it's kind of dry. It's been probably, I would say, 15 minutes, I think, since I messed with this. So that's not too bad. I mean, I can touch my hands on it and I don't have anything, but I'm not going to push it down too hard. So I'm just going to let this kind of settle in for a little bit before we continue. Guys, moment of truth. I have my little words here. Let me just think about this. So this funky little tail can go somewhere here. And okay, the big word is mermaid. Mermaid. Okay, and then we have we were mermaid. Oopsie. So in a perfect world, if I didn't have to keep filming, I would want this to be really dry because there's each, maybe other, I don't know, we'll see where that ends up. And then 4. Ooh, that's a lot going on. Yeah, I'll just bring this down a little bit lower. So let me start off by gluing down, I think the word mermaid. And there's no way I'm going to put, you know, sit here with my fine tip thing and just keep going. So what I'm going to do is put glue on my hand. And, oh my gosh, those little gold pieces are like the bane of my existence right now. They're all over. Some of them popped onto some of this glue here that was still wet. Some of my homemade glue here and or paste. And now it's just in there. It's part of the card because I couldn't pick it out. Okay. And again, I'm barely touching those. You can run these through your Xyron, I suppose. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And I kind of wanted this to be kind of wonky, but I'm almost putting them really straight now, but that's okay. This is a messy one, you guys. That's Freeform Friday. Now, let me see if I can touch this with something. I like using a towel like this to, first of all, clean things up, but also to hold stuff like this down because it just works. You know, it'll kind of sop up some of that extra glue if it comes out the side. And at the same time, I'm not using my fingers to kind of push down real hard on anything. So I'm going to hold that down just for a little bit, just to make sure it's not going to start popping up, and I'll be right back. I was kind of looking at this up close. It's so like chunky in some areas and fun. I love that. Look how thick that is. I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of thickness there. A lot of texture, a lot of fun. Okay, we need a little more glue, and then we're going to do the tail, and then we'll put in for each other. I just kind of... This one needs a lot of glue. I'm trying to put the glue kind of chunky too, just because it needs it so it can reach through the thickness of everything that we did there. I'm going to move this because now this is more important. So again, just kind of hold this down. I know there's some wet Mod Podge area down here, so I don't want to push too hard. Again, I'm going to hold this down until I feel like it's ready. Now again, this sentiment, when I bought it, I thought, isn't this kind of like a sentiment you give your significant other, or maybe a really close friend? Would be nice, because if I were to give this to my husband, he'd be like, what is this? He did walk by right now. He said, oh, that's so cool. But, you know, it's a little showy here. Am I messing that up? Okay. And I've kind of planned out where everything should go, but that's kind of gone out the window now. Oh, my H is a little bit too crooked compared to everything else. But I guess if your significant other likes glitter and sparkle, then this is right up their alley. Trying to see. I kind of like the way that's kind of coming out of the water, but at the same time it's going to have to cover up at some point, so... Darn it. It's hard for me to decide because it just seems like it should be over here, I suppose. Otherwise, I would have brought this down a little bit lower. If I would have brought these two down a little bit lower, I would have put the other over here. But since I didn't, I feel like it needs to be over here. So I'm going to hold all of this down until it's nice and dry, and we'll look at our finished result. This looks like a mess. You know, it's funny, that glass mat that I just removed from here that I was working on is actually a tonic mat I picked up a couple years back. It's still available. It's a little smaller. So I have a bigger work area. I have my Crafted Companion mat here, glass mat over here. I have like a We Are Memory Keepers mat under here. I have this close to my heart paper mat. And then I have usually my stamping mat, which is from Diamond Press. And then, you know, I just have like built up spaces here. But I do like just pulling that one out because the Crafted Companion one's so big. I just kind of keep it off to the side. And I don't know why, to be honest, because it could be underneath here. But I just figured if ever there's something messy I need to do, I can do it off to the side and then still have this work surface. So anyway, that's it, guys. Very glittery, very shimmery, lots of fun. I'm like, Fridays are apparently for just getting messy. And yeah, I really like the way it came out. So again, just a lot going on. I don't think it's too busy though. What do you guys think? We, you know, used our new Nuvo paste, which is gorgeous. Love it. It's nice and dry. I mean, this is ready to go. I know the one I made is still a little bit wet where it's thicker. There's some areas that are much thicker. We made our own little guy. I was thinking about putting sequins, but I think we're good. I don't know if let's put a few sequins here and there, but I think it's kind of already having a lot going on. But sequins is kind of fun because it has more dimension. Okay, I'm going to leave it off for today, but I will have the links for all these different things. And I keep forgetting to mention, with these sales right now that Tonic is having this stuff, I think these are like $6, and these are just about $3, if not under $3. I don't quite remember. The drops, the Nuvo drops, let me grab some. So these guys are just like $2 or so. And let me show you the size of this compared to like this liquid pearls. All right. So you get quite a bit and it's gorgeous. And then these bigger ones are like $3. So it just depends on what you're looking for and what's on sale, obviously. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had some fun this morning. I did. I mean, it was messy. This part was aggravating, but everything else was really fun to just kind of do it. And look at that. Hopefully in the pictures I can catch the shimmer. All right, guys, we'll see you at the next one. Bye now.